Hi, my name is Sukhwant Kaur. In this tutorial, I will guide you through Translytical task flow in Microsoft Fabric. In simple terms, it lets you do analysis and transaction all in one place. This new capability turns your report into an interactive interface, allowing you not only to visualize data insights, but also to perform actions directly on your data, such as adding, editing, or deleting data from within the report itself. This powerful functionality empowers report builders to automate manual processes efficiently. If you're interested in enhancing your reports with actionable features and advancing your skills, this tutorial is for you. My focus in this video will be connecting to SQL database in Fabric through Power BI Desktop, as well as showing you how to call functions from Power BI button action capability. If you're new to SQL database in Fabric and Microsoft Fabric functions, I would highly recommend watching my SQL database in Fabric as well as Microsoft Fabric functions video. My goal is to help you learn more in less time. So let's get right to the demo. To create a Translytical task flow successfully, you need Power BI Desktop. And before you connect to the data source and create a report, let's make sure we have right options selected. Click on Options and Settings, click Options, click Preview Features, go all the way at the bottom. You will notice that Translytical Task Flow connect to SQL database in Fabric. Those two items are selected. So make sure that you have this selected at your end as well. Other two important items are List and Text Slicer Visual. So both of these need to be selected for your report. All right, let's hit OK. We are all set to create our report. For this report, I'm pulling the data from a SQL database in Fabric that I already created and added some sample data in. To connect to that existing database, I will be clicking on One Lake Catalog, select SQL Database. This catalog will show you the list of all the databases that either you have created or you have access to it through your organization. In my case, I want to click on FabDB. One very important thing that I want you guys to notice is when you are creating a report for Translytical task flows, make sure you click on this arrow and select Connect to SQL endpoints. Do not select Connect to OneLake. OneLake data for SQL database is read-only, and you want to do read and write both. So select Connect to SQL endpoints. This screen will present you with all the tables that are inside this database that I selected. For this demo, I would like to keep this report super simple. So I'll be selecting only three tables: product description, product model, and product model product description. These three tables, and hit load. When presented with connection string, always choose direct query, not import. Okay, hit OK. Our data is ready. Let's do a quick review of these tables, what's happening here. So we have a product. Each product has description available in multiple languages. That's why we have a separate table for that. Now to connect these two tables, we have this table where we know that which product model has which product description attached to it. I want to keep this demo short, so I'm not going to show you how to create the report. I'm assuming that you already know that part. So moving on to the fully created report. Here's my fully created report. Just to give you an idea, let's see, this is a slicer, text slicer that I've created, where I'm showing all the product models to choose from. In this second view, which is a table view, I'm selecting columns from pretty much all of these tables. I'm taking the product name, model ID, description ID, and description, and when it was modified. The third option here is your text slicer that I picked. from this one, all I did for this one is went into general and added the name write a new product. That's it. And this one is ready. I got three buttons over here. The first button is for adding the product description, second one to edit, and the third one is to delete. So I'll select my first button and I will go to the button. And at the bottom of it, you'll notice there's something called action. I'm going to turn it on. Once you turn it on, from the type, I'll be picking data functions. Under data functions, I'll click on FX. This will take me into all the functions that I have access to. I've created a function called FabDB Sales LT Write Back. Inside that, this is my function that is going to do the write. I'll hit connect. So this function requires some parameters to be passed. The first one is product description, which is the data from here. So I'll click on the arrow and it says write a new product description. Product model ID, let's click on FX, click on product model ID, and then hit maximum here and hit OK. So this is ready to go. Our add product description is ready. Now let's go do the same thing for the edit. Click select, action on, data functions, click on FX, and select edit description function. This one also requires two parameters. So product description, which is write a new product description. And from product description ID, we'll go click on this one and we can go to sales product description, click on product description ID and select maximum, hit OK. Now, last but not the least, delete. Let's go turn on the actions, select data function. And over here, I just need this would need only one argument, which is product description ID. So I'll click on FX and I could just click on this one, say maximum and hit OK. So my report is all ready. There are a few other things that I can show you in this one is when we click on style, for the default state, this is the text that you're putting in. But if you like, for the loading, you want something specific. Like in my case, when I hit the button, the data is getting written down in SQL database, and then it's refreshing the screen, which means the loading is happening. At that point, I put in the text submitting so that it's waiting. That's about it. We're going to publish the report. I want to show you the report in action. So first of all, let's select a model and select any of the items there. This is test for classic West description, right? I'll click on add product description. See, it's showing submitting because the load is happening at this point. The data is getting written into my table and getting read. See, request submitted. The action on the report was completed successfully. And right away, I noticed that my item that I just added, the description, it is in this field. Now, if you want to change it, you select that, refresh it and say, update this description, and then hit edit product description. Same thing, submitting, quick. See how quick this is? Super fast. Now, I don't want this. I can just delete this one. I'm going to select this row and hit delete product. Voila, I'm back to where I started. So you see how easy it is to add actions to your reports. Let me take you back to the functions that I've created just for a quick review. So I had created three functions for three buttons. Let's look at the write function. I'm creating the SQL connection. In my function, I'm passing the SQL connection, and I have these two arguments over here that I'm expecting, product description and model ID, and you saw that how I passed it from the other side. We created a connection to the SQL database. These two lines are used to insert the data into the table. I'm reading the result, and then I'm using the ID from product description and adding it into product model description, the second connecting table that we have. Let's go to edit description. In edit description, you would notice same thing. We have a SQL database connection. We have product description and product description ID that we are passing in here. So same view as the above. So you update the data into the table. We are updating the product description with the new description. That's it. And when we are in the delete is a little bit more detailed. In the delete, first we have to delete the row from product model, product description, and then we will be deleting it from product description. I could have done this by creating a stored procedure to make things easier, but this is just a demo, so I just hard coded this stuff here. But in real world, I'm sure nobody would want to use this here. You prefer using stored procedures to keep things more clean. In this video, we went over how we can make our reports more interactive with Power BI desktop, functions, and SQL database in Fabric. I hope this tutorial encourages you to go and try Translytical task flows for your own scenarios. Thank you for your valuable time.